Hi everyone, so today is a really unplanned video, sorry about that, but I think this week on the Tropicana 7 we are doing prom theme kind of stuff. I'm not too sure. In Australia we don't call it prom or prom, however you want to pronounce it. We call it formal, and usually it's not around this date. Sometimes it is, depending on what schools. So if you go to like a private school, then it could be around about this time that they start doing it, but that's like only a handful. And then the majority of school formals or proms, whatever you want to call it, are usually at nearly the end of the year, so September. I know last year was November for like one of my high schools, so that was kind of strange. But yeah, so it's really mixed and what's kind of stuff, and usually it is done around the winter time, not around the summertime. I think maybe in America, since prom is around this season, it's around spring, summer, and you know it's probably nice weather there. In Australia it is deadly. If we had it in the summertime we would all melt and just die. So most of the time we do have it in the autumn or to the winter or early spring where it's not too hot. So yes. Anyway, I just wanted to put some tips out there on, like, you know, what to think of, what to bring, and yeah, so forth. So while my brain just fuzzes, the first thing is, of course, you know, knowing when you're gonna have your prom and all that kind of stuff. So if you really do want to, you know, clear up your skin or lose weight, or I don't know, prepare for something, grow your hair longer if that's even possible in like a small span of time. But if you're trying to clear up your skin, then I would always suggest, you know, try and start eat healthier, only drink water, you know, wear a mask once a week, get enough sleep, eat enough veggies, fruit, so forth, and hopefully your skin should be clearing up to a point. If it isn't, it's okay, because there is concealer and correctors. So if you have acne prone skin, or you have acne all over your face or in certain areas, and you know you're not going to get rid of them, you know, by the time it hits prom, then try and invest in, you know, what's it called, correctors and concealers, or even high coverage foundation. Sometimes if the foundation is really high coverage, then I would all in all skip concealer and all, because if you start putting concealer and correctors and more stuff on your face, it would only just become really cakey. So that's why I kind of, it's like a mixed kind of feel to it. And also for these tips, some of these tips will be if you are doing your own makeup to prom. I did my own makeup, but that's because I was doing 5 other people's makeup that day, so I had to do my own. But yeah, but if you are doing your own makeup, totally fine. I just suggest, you know, maybe in a month in advance, because sometimes there's finals around this time. So do it in a month in advance with buying your, you know, your makeup, things you need, the diet, to start on your diet or cleanse, that kind of stuff, just to be prepared, rather than, you know, last minute going, oh my god, I don't know what to do. So yeah, so that's one thing. Of course, another tip is to avoid SPF kind of moisturizers. I know a lot of teenagers, they usually only have one type of moisturizer, and they'll probably use it morning and day, and not realizing that usually the SPF that you guys would probably use, SPF or moisturizer would contain SPF. That's what I'm trying to get at. So try and avoid this. Try and get a kind of night cream. Probably thinking night creams for older people, but just, you know, buy a cream that doesn't have SPF. This one has SPF, but you know, if you switch to another one like this, doesn't have SPF in it. So yeah. Another thing to look for is multi-purpose kind of things like this one. This is the Elizabeth Arden 8-hour cream. This is very multi-purpose kind of stuff, just because, you know, you can use this for your whole entire face. You can use it on your lips. You can, you know, use it even for grooming your eyebrows, they say. So it is quite a multi-purpose, you know, product. So always try and look out for multi-purpose products. You can also try and use the ombre elise. I know you can't use it on your lips though, but it's very multi-purpose, that one as well. And yeah, there should be other ones somewhere, but I mainly stick to Elizabeth Arden plain. Next thing is probably one of the most, you know, you're thinking, Tia, everyone should know this, but not everyone. And if you are a type of person that sweats quite a fair bit, and you know, your sweat smells, and you've kind of tried everything, maybe try and look for clinical kind of stuff. I use this usually more in the summertime because shit gets nasty under the armpits, and you know, you don't want to scare people off. So yeah, so remember, deodorant, even if it's not clinical, still wear deodorant. And if you're wearing, you know, black dress or any colored dresses, try and, you know, find ones that won't stain on certain areas. So gotta sneeze. On to primers. Now, some people don't use primers, which is totally fine, but for an event, I would say put a primer on. This primer that I have is basically a dupe for the MAC Prep and Prime, but I don't think you can get in Australia. But there are lots of, you know, good primers out there, especially from Revlon and L'Oreal. They have quite good primers. So put a primer on, even if you don't think your face will slip off or get too greasy. I would suggest putting it on. Get the primer, and then the next one is get a finishing spray. Now, finishing sprays can really be beneficial, especially if you accidentally put too much powder on your face and you look a bit cakey. A finishing spray will tame the cakiness down and make it a little bit more natural. Even if you don't have a lot of powder on your face and you don't think it's cakey, a finishing spray is still beneficial because it'll keep your face, you know, on, keep the shine down, and you know, it will look quite a lot more natural than, you know, I don't know, some other people, who knows. But yeah, this is the one I use. It's the Australis one. Same as well, it is also Australian. I don't think you can get it anywhere else, which kind of sucks, because this is actually quite a good, you know, finishing spray, and the Scandinavia one is a little bit pricey. So it does depend, but there is another option, and that is the put hairspray on your face. Now, I've done this trick when I was in high school just to see if it really does work, and it does. It's pretty good, like you know, spraying your face with hairspray to keep your face on, but you know, keep your mouth closed, don't breathe it in, and keep your eyes closed when you're spraying this. And that would lead me to the next point, is hairspray. You know, if there are sometimes mini tubes of hairspray, but I wouldn't suggest bringing them to, you know, prom or formal, just because it's classified as flammable, so they might have rules. But beforehand, spray your hair down. If you have any flyaways or any frizzy hair, spray it down. The next thing is either lip balm or lip gloss. This is kind of standard one. You don't want chapped lips, and you don't want looking, I don't know, if you have chapped lips, these will help you out. So yeah, lip gloss, that stuff, it's easy to put into your clutch, so it's all good. Next is waterproof mascara. This one can differ depending on people, just because if you do tend to get raccoon eyes, stick to waterproof. If you do tend to get teary, stick to waterproof. And if you tend to get a bit oily around this area and you're not too sure if your mascara will hold up for the whole night, waterproof it. So yeah. There are also waterproof, like waterproofers. What's it called? I have one over there. It's from Dye, so it's a clear mascara, but it can actually waterproof your normal mascara. So if you can find something like that, then use that then. So yeah. And then the last thing is contouring. Contouring is kind of a must when it comes to flash photography. Now, if you're not a person that's really into makeup and doesn't really know a lot about, you know, contouring, highlighting, blush, and so forth, watch a few videos on YouTube, but don't, you know, do everything they tell you, because they can get a bit out of hand. So I just suggest, you know, contouring, you know, the hollows under your cheekbones, your jawline, and a little bit of your temples. And if you do have a bit of a flatter nose, then I say contour a little bit just near your nose. But that's it, like nothing crazy. Don't do like what all these gurus are showing, going you know, put like this cream here and here and here and here and here, blah, all this kind of stuff. It gets really confusing, especially with a beginner, so don't do it. Anyway, there you go guys. Hope that was helpful. Sorry about the really unplanned video, but yes, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope your prom is, you know, good. No one gets killed. No Kerry moments. Joking. Sorry. But yeah, I hope you have a fantastic prom season and all that kind of stuff. And until next time, thank you for watching. Bye.